And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick back again, and we got ourselves another matchup here. The Detroit Lions franchise will continue, and we take on probably one of the worst teams in the league, the Houston Texans. Going to be trying to see if we can end up causing some problems here, as there's a lot of one-win teams here at the start of the week. Houston also ended up getting a win in the first week of the season, so we'll be looking to see if we can give them a 1-1 record. So we're going to be seeing how things go from there. Thankfully, things went good in our first game, except for the following. We lost Corey Schlesinger for half the season. He's going to be out for 8 weeks with a broken forearm. We're also trying to get Scotty Anderson back from recovery, so a bit of our run game is going to go out the window as our bruiser is down and out with some bad juju. So we'll be looking to try and see how well we can go here in this one. Let's take a look a little bit, if I can hit the right section here. Take a look at our opponents, the Texans. Texans are definitely a team that does have some good pieces, but they just don't have exactly what they need to prevail. David Carr quarterbacking for the Texans. We'll be looking to try to see if we can cause him some headaches here in this one. Running back Jonathan Wells will be back there to definitely help out. One of the big guys that we're going to have to look out for in this game is the big bad Andre Johnson. He's 2-year pro at this time in the 04-05 season, and he is one of the better rated guys out there. His speed 98, so he's one of those guys that if I could possibly get him on my team, it'd be great. Also be looking to see if we can take advantage. Their weaknesses look like it is the offensive line, as the defensive line got a couple guys, Seth Payne, and then they've got Gary Walker, the veteran, who's still really good at this point. Their linebacker is not the best in the world, but they do have Jamie Sharper, so he's one of the better ones in the league. Cornerback Marcus Coleman will be somebody we want to try and avoid, as well as Aaron Glenn. And their safeties, though, are not the best in the world, so if we can get past them, we should be doing all right today. So let's get into it. I will be slowly progressing the difficulty to see if I can get this adjusted to be a good challenge and not just run these guys over, because this team needs to rebuild. I don't need to one and done them. So, Lions taking on the Texans, that will be next. So let's get into this one. Houston Texans taking on the Detroit Lions. We are going to be in Detroit, Michigan. Well, my tongue does not want to work today. Detroit, Michigan. So let's see if we can get things going here. So Detroit fans have long since awaited a franchise that's going to lead them to the promised land. We're Ford Field. Got to see if we can make things happen here for this city and this team. As Corey Schlesinger, I don't know why they got him out there. That guy's hurting. He won't be in action today. One of the few things that this game does that's kind of weird, but hey, there's some glitches in a lot of games. This game was not perfect, but hey, it's a very good game. Texans are going to call heads. We're going to see how well this turns out for them. So it's going to be David Carr taking on Joey Harrington in this matchup. We actually win it, we're going to kick this football off. We'll see if we can take on their offense head-to-head, as Jason Hanson will get ready to kick this one off. We are in the dome, So it should be a good game for kicking anyway. That is, if I can get used to the kicking again in this. Is a good tackle there. That's going to be at the 28-yard line, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So here we go. So what I'm going to be doing on this is going to be editing out a lot of the lesser things. So if it's not important, we're not going to add it onto the video. And got to get my stick to quit floating on me, as that is going to be a good handoff. Got to get used to this one more time. Back to pass there. Carr is going to throw that over the middle for his tight end, but that's not going to be caught. Incomplete, 3rd and 8. So what I'm going to be doing on the difficulties, I'm going to be trying to bump up the difficulty to allow the computer to be able to make more successful plays and me less. Carr back to pass. He's going to throw that right. That's going to be Andre Johnson. That's going to be a 1st down. That's the weird thing about this. On 3rd down, they have higher successes, it seems, on their throws, as Carr makes his first completion there. As Andre Johnson on the season, 5 receptions, 59 yards, no touchdowns yet, but he's going to be looking for one, as he's going to watch his halfback take one up to the right-hand side, and that's going to be no gain. Trying to do a combination of good coverages and just making some good calls on defense here. As that one's good protection from the O-line that time, as could not get a connection there. That's going to be incomplete. Trying to see if we can rush 5 of them. Carr goes back to pass here. He's going to throw that one. That one deflected. Good play. Linebacker was able to make that one as he swatted it. That's going to be incomplete, as he doesn't get as much as he would like, but down the 18-yard line, 1st down. And they are going to play tight early. Let's go ahead and just run it anyway. See if we can get this one around. Jones is going to break free here. He's going to have some room and finally brought down. Good run there. Jones able to make some good room there. Had some blocking on the edge there, and Jones just used his speed, and he just ended up running out of gas as he finally got drugged down from behind by the linebacker. Wong and Babin actually brought him down. Kevin Jones with a 42-yard scamper. And we'll bring in Bryson for this one. We'll try and see if we can get Bryson on the trap. Give Jones a bit of a rest here. And we're going to run this one up the gut. Bryson's going to have room. He'll have about 5 yards, so good carry by him. That young man actually going to make some plays today. They are playing single high safety. I will take advantage of that today. But we're going to try the run game so far. Jones barely able to get back the line. Good tackle there, as Wong was able to get up the gut and make a good stop there. I'm trying to remember my hot routes and stuff here. Okay, gonna roll out here. Harrington's gonna fire that one in. Ooh, should have lobbed it, but that's all right. That'll make it 4th and 4. As Harrington tried his best on that one, just couldn't do it. It wants me to punt, but I wonder if I could hit this with Hanson. It's going to be a 51-yarder from this distance, so we're going to have to see if we can nail it. I just got to make sure to get it as hard as I can. Hanson will kick it, and that kick will be just shy of the crossbar. That'll be no good and a turnover. So Houston will get the football back, still knotted up at 0 as Hanson just could not get that one. So 50 yards is a bit much for him. I formation, they're going to fake the handoff there as he's going to throw that one deep, but that's a little too deep. He tried to get Johnson, but that was overthrown. David Carr just too much behind that missile. Try the weak blast, weak side blitz here. See if we can penetrate. Carr calling signals here. Back to pass as he's going to throw that left, and I believe that was Brock Marion that just made that play. That's an interception. David Carr makes the first mistake of the ball game as Marion spikes that one into the goalpost. Brock Marion steps in front of that pass, and he's able to make that a really good reception there. Get back to the run game. Actually, you know what? I said I was going to do this. I need to do it now. See if we can get Rogers or maybe Alexander or somebody. Back to pass here. Going to fire that one. Rogers has got it, and he's going to be inside the 20, near the 15. First down, Lions. As Rogers made a good play there. Charles Rogers is a really good receiver on this team, and he's definitely somebody that we can utilize. As Harrington on the season, 12 for 26, 216 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns with 2 interceptions thanks to my wayward attempts. We're going to move with somebody over here in motion. See if we maybe get Williams. Back to pass here. I'll fire it to him, see if he gets it. He will get it. That'll be a couple yards at least. Aaron Glenn was all over him, though, so there was nowhere to go after that catch. They are actually backing off a bit, but let's see if we can actually get something. Going to hand this one off, and Jones will get maybe a yard there. That's about it. Everybody was all over him. Wong, definitely one of the guys that made that stop. And they're in some pretty good coverage right now. Back to pass here. Oh, they left the middle wide open is Charles Rogers. Right there where the linebackers should have been, but the linebackers came in. It was a heavy blitz. And as soon as Charles came up the gut, as soon as he came across the middle into the hash marks, it was nothing but clear sailing from there. That's going to be 1st and goal. Maybe see if we can get Roy Williams here. Back to pass there. Not going to be able to do it, so Harrington will take it. Touchdown, Lions. Joey Harrington rushes one in there. Nobody was watching the quarterback. He had all day in the pocket, and then he just ran it straight up the gut. Not a single body watching him. And Jason Hanson will put that straight through, up in and good. 5 plays, 44 yards, and the Lions able to make something happen. Thanks to the Brock Marion interception, they get good field position, and they make good things happen out of it. As that is a good tackle there. Ball at the 28-yard line again. Last time they couldn't get anything happen. As Harrington on the phone, letting the coaches know that, hey, we got things going good so far. Kind of a bigger package in here, single back, 2 wide. And that is going to be a handoff that's going to go nowhere. Some good penetration in the backfield. That's a TFL. Try to move our guys out. Another single back package here. They're going to hand off. And that's going to be at least a couple yards. That's it. So he got one back and then got one. But that's not going to do third and long now. As you see, one of the guys made the play, Brock Marion. One interception, one tackle today. They go single back. Back to pass here. He's going to throw that over to the left-hand side. That one is caught. First down. As the Texans continue their drive. Again, like I said, third down is really the down. You got to really watch it. Had a few guys over there, but nobody was able to make a play. Back to pass here for Carr, as that's going to be deflected. Playing the AFL, that might have been a roughing the passer call because I lunged at the quarterback. As we look at Carr's numbers so far, he's got 8 passes, only 2 completions. That's not going to get you any kind of props or good coaching, well, prestige there especially. That's going to get you nothing but an earful of anger. Carr, single back, 4 wide. Back to pass here. He's going to throw that. And it's going to be way out of reach. Andre Johnson again with a target. But the pass was nowhere in the vicinity to be able to catch it. Back to pass here. Carr is going to roll out. He's going to throw that. And that one nearly caught. At the same time, nearly intercepted. We had a guy lunging for it, but just couldn't get it. See if we can toss this out towards Jones. They've got 2 safeties back there. Kind of a 3-4 defense. As that's going to be a good handoff. Jones has got it. We'll just go up the gut and get a couple of yards there. Sharper over there with Wong makes the stop. So that'll be a couple of yards gain there. That'll be the end of the first quarter. The Lions lead this one by 1 score, 7-0 over the Texans after 1 quarter. Got a lot of D-backs back there. They're doing a 3-2-5. As that's going to be a good handoff. And Jones can't get out of the way of the big man. That's going to be a loss of a yard. Sharper with a big tackle there. That'll make it 3rd and 9. We'll try trips on this one. See if I can open something up. So again, 3-2-5. So really good pass defense here for them. But let's see how well they handle it. Going to try and roll out here. Uh-oh. Harrington's got to go. He's got to try and throw it. He could not get it off in time. That's going to be a sack. Oh, man, that was not good there. Harrington needed to release that ball a little faster. As Kylie Wong with a great tackle there. And he stopped him. So that drive goes nowhere. And me with another bad punt here. And there's a big hit by Goodman. Nicely done. So he's going to go nowhere. 43-yard line. It'll be first down. 5:52 left in the half. Houston's got to try and do something, but sadly the Lions are not doing quite enough. We definitely got to try and work on some things here. Shotgun. Strong side to the left. They've got 3 wideouts, man in motion. As that's going to be a handoff, and he's going to get blown up in the backfield. Porcher was on top of him. As you look at his career stats, nearly 100 sacks on his career so far. As he basically blew up the backfield, he only was able to recover a yard out of that, so not much. 2nd and 9 now. As we've had some pretty decent penetration. As there's a good throw, and Dre Bly nearly in front of another one as he knocks that one down. Dre Bly last week, if you did not see, had a pick 6 that started our little momentum. That got us into a big win. As you see, Carr, 4 incompletions in a row so far. 3rd and 9. And he's going to throw that one. That one's going to be broken up. just could not find the target there. Too many bodies in front of that one, so they are going to have to punt again. Okay. If they had nobody deep, I was going to fling this one, but we'll just run the ball. Good blocking here. Couldn't quite get everything. Got 3 yards out of it, so Jones able to do something with it here as the coach comes up to make some chat with the players. About 47 yards so far on the day, so definitely it's been a good day for the team so far, especially running. Going to move Alexander to the other side, make this a strong side run, as we're going to pitch this one out. A little bit of trouble there on that left-hand side, so we had to go back up the middle. Kevin Jones able to make a good run there, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. So 3-2-5 again for this defense. Try to see if we can hit Charles Rogers over that right-hand side. Actually, we got one up the middle. Roy Williams up the gut. The rookie's got it. That's a first down. 4 minutes left in the half as the Lions able to pass that one off. Harrington found his guy. Nobody covered the deep middle, and that's what we like seeing, is our guys get open like that. As you look at Harrington's numbers, so far 52% on the season. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for him. So definitely got to see if we can improve some stuff there. Back to pass here. Harrington's got to run, as there was a little bit of pressure and not a lot of room for anybody to make a play. 4-yard gain. Harrington's going to be able to get out of trouble. Got Santana Moss over on that left-hand side. Got to try and see if we can take advantage of him at some point. And he will be open here. Oh, but we missed him. Oh, Moss thought it was going to come out the other side, and Harrington just missed his target there. That's sad to see, but it's going to happen. We're not going to hit all of our marks here. Got Ty Streets on that right-hand side. He could also be an option here. As Harrington's going to have to take off, but he's not going to be able to get all of it. Harrington not the fastest thing in the world, but able to get out of trouble so we don't get sacked at least. So going to bring up 4th and 2. Trying to play more of a casual game today, but definitely want to make some big shots downfield for certain. Carr moves a man in motion. That's going to be back to pass there. He's going to throw that to the right, and I messed that one up. That's going to be a good catch. He's going to take that one for a first down. As Carr looking, and he ends up finding his guy, and I ended up hitting the wrong dumb button there for instead of jumping up to try and block it. I should have tried to dive tackle the guy and nail him, but I messed that one up. So single back, 4 wide for Carr and the Texans. They're going to go back to pass here. That's going to be a deep shot to Andre Johnson. He's got it. That's a big catch there, about 16 yards. That's going to be a 2-minute warning. So the Texans now have 2 minutes to try and go downfield and get some kind of score. 1st and 10 on the 47. Lions are definitely going to try and see if they can spread some things out. Single back strong left, and Carr throws this one. That one's caught. As that was a deep penetration there. The Texans taking advantage of this soft defense that we've got going on right now. Offset eye left. Carr's going to short drop, and he's going to throw that one. That's a touchdown. Found his guy wide open. I don't know what happened to the coverage, but it was not there, and that's going to all but tie this football game up. You see there, he lost his guy big time. So Brown back there to kick the extra point. This will tie it up, as that is going to be off the pole. That looks like something I would do. That one is up, off, and no good. Clanked that one off the left upright. That is going to get you fired in this league. Oh my goodness. We're trying to see what we can do this time. They're playing deep coverage, so probably not going to be able to launch this thing like I'd like to do. Is Jones will go upfield. He'll go about 4 yards there. They are not going to let me throw this deep. They are not. Back to pass here. We're going to try and quick play. Throw that to Alexander, and he'll run out of bounds. First down, so we'll stop the clock. So minute 12 left in the half, and we're going to try to move this football if we can. We'll stay in the I formation to try and see if we can get somebody open here. So Harrington, I formation, we're going to look here. Going to fire that one deep, and Rodgers has got it. He breaks free. Rodgers breaks free, and he's finally brought down. That's going to be timeout. Taken down near the 10, first and 10, at the 15. Went on the slant. Charles Rodgers able to catch it. 3 receptions now, almost 100 yards. So here we go. Joey Harrington back to pass here. He's going to run it. He'll go up the gut. Wong will be there to take him down. Trying to see if we can rush things a bit. Back to pass here. Going to fire that over the middle, and Charles Rodgers has got it in traffic. Touchdown. So Joey Harrington able to rush this team downfield, 2-minute drill, and it worked out to perfection. As we found Rodgers over the middle on the slant. Carl tried to come up and make a play, but he was a little slow at it. And that's going to give Rodgers 103 yards and a touchdown now out of 4 catches, as you see there. Nearly missed again there. They're going to get the ball at the 33-yard line. So I'll be looking for them to try and just down the football, but who knows? They may try and launch this thing. So we're going to play safe. We'll do strong crash, but we're going to cover the deep field. I formation, strong left. Back to pass here. That's going to be a good throw to the right-hand side. That's caught, and they'll call timeout. They've got 2 left. So you see Gaffney now, 3 catches. He's got 65 yards. They've got to try and see if they can get a touchdown here in this one. As this is going to be back to pass for Carr. He's going to launch that one deep, and Brock Marion in front of it. He's got another one. That's 2 for that man. Marion playing the role of safety as you should. I saw that the whole way. He backed up. He got into position. He jumped up and grabbed it. Now we got something going here. All right, back to pass here. I'm going to try and fire that one towards Rodgers, but couldn't get him. I thought he had a step, but the defender was on the inside, and I did not mean to skip that, but it's all right. Joey Harrington, 7 for 10 on the day, 132 yards. He's got 1 touchdown on the ground and 1 touchdown in the air. Let's see, you got Williams and Rodgers out there. I'm going to try and launch this to Williams. Let's see if he gets it. He will. Roy Williams has got it, and the rookie's got a touchdown. That's what we want to do. We want to be able to launch that ball deep and get somebody. As Roy Williams found the end zone. First he had to find the football, and then once he reached up and snagged that one, he beat the defender in the air, then he beat the defender in the race to the end zone, and he won. Roy Williams now with 3 catches 79 yards and a touchdown on the day for him. So him and Rodgers with one each. As we will be able to walk into the half with a good lead now. And that's going to bring this first half of football to an end. Detroit Lions leading this one over the Houston Texans so far after one half of football, 21-6. The Lions came in a little slow, but they're starting to look strong now. Good defense is definitely what is helping out as we get to the halftime show now. Take a look at the stats for the teams. 109 yards passing for the Lions, 75 rushing, while the Texans only totaled 139 yards total offense. So they have definitely had trouble with turnovers, time of possession, and the yards that they've done. So far on the day, Wong has got a sack, as you can see there. Harrington, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carr, 131 yards and a touchdown. While Hansen missed his 1 field goal today, as you can tell from the stats. Definitely was a really good first half for the Lions, as you can see receiving. Rodgers, 103 yards. Williams, 79. Both of them have a touchdown. As you see, Kevin Jones with 55 yards rushing on the day so far. He's been doing pretty good. I want to try and get him over 100 yards if possible in this one. We definitely want to try and see if we can get a sack in this one. Want to try and definitely cause some pressure for Carr. We've caused a lot of mishaps for him as he's not been able to complete a whole lot of them. With 2 interceptions on the day, Carr is definitely in trouble. As I guarantee you, Brock Marion is going to end up being halftime hero, as he's got 2 interceptions now. And it definitely was a tide turner for this team so far. If we can have a good defense, then we can definitely win some football games for certain. And the one thing that's definitely good about this team so far, they've got the tools that they need. They just don't really have a solid foundation to build off of, and that's the one thing that's really kind of hurting us. Don't really have a star quarterback or a star running back or anything like that. Roy Williams is a rookie, so he's got to be able to make himself known. We do have some good guys on both sides of the ball. We definitely just want to make sure that things are working out. They're actually going to give halftime hero to Joey Harrington. He is 8 for 11 on the day, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns so far. No interceptions safely today, so that definitely helps it out as we return to Ford Field, and we're getting ready for the second half of action. So here we go. 21-6, and the Lions are going to get the football, so this will definitely be able to help things out. We'll let that thing bounce. It'll bounce up and kiss the upright. You see the possession so far. We had a missed field goal, but then touchdown. We had a couple of punts, and then a couple more touchdowns there to kind of end the first half. So we started off a bit slow, but hey, that's okay. Let's actually audible this. We will audible, and we'll try this. Going to dump this off to Roy Williams. He's going to get that one. He's going to make a move. Juked out the defender. I believe it was Coleman that was trying to make the tackle there, and Williams put the shutter on him. I couldn't get Nicholas on the first one, but there we go. You see both Rodgers and Williams with 4 catches each, near 100 yards, and they both have a touchdown, as that's a good handoff there, as Nicholas able to carry his man Sharper with a good tackle there. He was able to bring him down, and oh, looky, it is peanut time. We'll bring that saying back for this franchise. Why not? It's Lion peanut time. So here we go. First down. Ball's going to be at the 42-yard line. So let's see what we got this time. Back to pass here. Going to throw that one over the middle. Charles Rodgers has got another catch. That'll be 5 for him today. And if he don't have 100 yards already, which I believe he does, that'll get him over there. As Rodgers able to slant over the middle, he was able to get wide open on that one. So defense looking to play more linebackers as Jones able to kind of juke his way forward. He's got 6 yards there on that one. 61 yards on the day for Jones. We definitely want to try and run the ball a lot with him. Let's bring in Bryson and give Bryson another carry here as they are jammed up on the line. Big defense here. And it's going to be up the middle. Bryson's got it, and he's near a first down, but doesn't quite get it. So good carry by him. We'll bring Kevin Jones back in. As you see some of the scores from around the league, Steelers and Ravens in a knockout, drag-out fight as they usually are. Jones will try to shutter past the guy, but he's going to be taken down at the marker. So let's see how well this does. And this will be a first down. First down Lions, so Kevin Jones able to make that happen. Back to pass here. Alexander was open, but Harrington hit. That's a sack. Big sack there. As that was Jason Babin. Obviously, Babin is one of the bigger guys on this team, and he causes a lot of problems. Back to pass here. Harrington's going to take off. He'll get about a couple there, not much. Harrington's not a fleet-footed guy like Michael Vick would be in this game, but he does have some good uses for him. Back to pass here. Oh, yeah, I knew that was trouble. Tried to step up there, but Payne laying the wood there, he laid him out. Robert Smith, actually. I thought it was Payne, but Robert actually got him. That's going to be a couple-yard loss. So Harrington sacked again. So here we go. David Carr back out there, 3 wide. Back to pass here. That's going to be a good handoff as one of my guys just got the shoulder laid on him. Only 1 yard gain, though, so all that work and not much to go. As you see Davis on the day, he's got 9 yards out of 8 carries, so he's been contained. Split backs for David Carr. Back to pass here. He's going to look left, and that's going to go nowhere near the field of play as Johnson was targeted again, but he was not a recipient that time. 3rd and 9. Dugan out there now. Bradford and Gaffney are out there as well. Johnson taking a bit of a breather. Back to pass. Carr looking, fires that one left, and that is good coverage. 3 Lions were over there, and they were ready to pounce. We'll actually get a decent chance this time as he will go down at the 42-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 from there. Harrington's been having a good day so far. Let's see if we can continue that. I am actually not liking this setup, but we'll just run with it. Toss that one out left, and Jones has to kind of shimmy and fight his way back as Babin was all over him. That'll be a yard gain. That's all he's going to be able to get out of it. 50 slot out's a good play. Kevin Jones on the day, 11 rushes, 63 yards. No touchdowns yet, as the only rushing touchdown was by Harrington early in the first quarter. That'll be opening over the middle. Roy Williams has it. They are having trouble with the middle of the field right now as Williams and Rodgers are tearing them apart. See what we got this time. I would love to launch one to Santana Moss, but I seriously doubt that's going to happen, especially right now. Back to pass here. Harrington's going to look right, and he's got Rodgers. Rodgers on the out route, and he'll get 5 yards. 2nd and 5 from there. And I hit the button again. I am so sorry. And it's going to be a handoff there. Good handoff, but Babin right there in the middle of the line to stop it. I went on the wrong side of the center, and that cost me. No gain there. Third down. Uh-oh. We might have an opportunity here for a deep one. Going to roll out here. Harrington's going to launch it, but I don't think he's going far enough. Oh, and Rogers could not hang on. That is incomplete. Harrington doesn't have the best arm in the world, and sadly, that just did not make it. This would be a 55-yard field goal, so we're not trying that one. Bradford Johnson, left side of the field there. And back to pass. They're going to throw that one. Tried to get Bradford, but no go on that one, as that is way too many Lions in the vicinity. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Lions still in control of this one. 21-6 after 3 quarters. One more to go. Johnson, Bradford's wide on each side. Bigger package here. As they're going to throw that one deep to the left. And I don't know who he was trying to get to. The closest guy was Andre Johnson, but he was about 5 yards away from where that landed. Have today, because that is 6 incompletions in a row. Back to pass here out of the single back. He'll throw that one deep, and that one broken up. Safety came in and made that one. That was a great little play there, and that'll make it 4th down. And here we go. There's a good handoff there for Jones, but Jones will be caught in the backfield. He'll lose a yard out of that one. See if we can get the draw play to work. 3-2-5 for the defense right now. As that's going to be a good run, and Jones will get about 2 yards there. We'll switch play up. Back to pass here. We're going to throw that over the middle. Roy Williams had it. And then he got nailed and he dropped it. Checking his elbow to make sure everything's okay. See if his arms are still attached. But so that's going to be a 3 and out there. Sadly, that did not work out, but we'll just try and make something out of this. As this kick will be a good one, and that'll bounce in the end zone. So, ball's going to be at the 20-yard line. David Carr going to try and take over again. He's been having a lot of trouble today. Carr and shotgun. See what he's got this time. He's going to actually hand this off. And that's going to be a good one for Davis. He gets 7 on that carry. One of the few carries that have been a bigger light for him. We're trying to blitz here. I'm going to back our guys up just in case. I formation, big package here. And they're actually going to throw this short. And there's a good catch. As you see, Johnson and Gaffney. Gaffney's got 3 catches on day, 65 yards. Johnson kind of limited today, only a couple of catches for 30-something yards there, so definitely not the best day for him in the receiving category. Single back here for Carr. Let's see what they got this time. Back to pass there. He's looking. He's trying all he can, but everybody's covered, and he gets sacked. He's going to run this one, and Wilkinson sheds his blocker. Single back now, looking. He's going to roll out left. He's going to fire that one, and he tried to get Johnson there. 3rd and 15. You don't want to throw that short, as that is going to make it 4th and 15 now. 4:42 left in the game. Ball's at the 28-yard line. Texans have not done much today. Back to pass here. Carr looking, and he's going to be looking at the ceiling, at the roof. That's a sack. Wilkinson back there, as he did a great job. He swam past his guy, and Carr just stuck like a deer in headlights. We'll try something here. Maybe see if I can get Santana Moss involved in the offense a bit. Back to pass here. And we'll launch it over the middle, and that's going to be intercepted. I did not mean to lob that. What I was trying to do was I was going to think about throwing it, and I hesitated, and at that time ended up tapping the button. So what I was going to do is I was going to let him bump and run a bit more, but I hesitated. I wanted to throw it and then didn't want to throw it at the same time, and apparently my body thought it was time to throw the football. So that'll be an interception. So Joey Harrington is not going to get off clean today, as that is going to be a good throw to the right-hand side. Carr with a good one on that one. Back to pass here. Carr looking. He'll throw it left, and Dre Bly over there to make the tackle on Johnson. So 2nd and 2 now. They're trying the no-huddle offense, and they're going to run this one. Davis will get it right, and he's going to get a good gain. First down. High formation here. They're going back to pass. They'll throw that left, and that is broken up. Dre Bly was over there and interrupted the catch as Johnson was unable to get it, so that'll stop things for a minute. That's exactly what the Lions needed right now, is that stop, as the Texans were rolling for a minute. Offset eye to the right, 2 receivers left. Carr will go back to pass. He's going to look, and that's going to be just out of reach of Johnson. He's been targeted a lot today, at least a dozen times it seems. But he's not reeled in enough passes to make something happen today. The pass game for the Texans has been very limited, for the very least that we say today. As that's going to be a good throw there. That's going to be broken up, incomplete. Too many bodies over there to make that catch. As that is going to be 4th and 10 now. Ball's on the Houston 45. They've got into the Lions territory, I believe, only once today. They've got to do it again here. 4th down. This is going to be the game pretty much, as there's a good stiff arm, but Davis is going nowhere. Shuffle pass on 3rd down is not a good option, and on 4th down it's even worse. It can definitely surprise some teams, some players sometimes. But it's just not going to work out all the time. As Dominic Davis just has been having trouble today. Cash made the tackle. That's going to make it a turnover on down. They're playing deep coverages right now. We're going to hand this one off. Jones will go up the gut, having to try and make some adjustments there, as that'll be a couple yard gain, not much. We're going to move Alexander in motion, see if we can get something open up here on this left-hand side. And he'll toss this out to Jones. Jones is going to have room. He's going to have a lot of room here. Tried to stiff arm the guy, but just can't do it. Taken down, but that's a big first down. Jones with another big carry today. And that'll move the chains. That was a good little lead block there. As JR made that good block on that side. J.R. Nicholas making some good plays as our backup fullback. He'll definitely be needed, as Jones nearly 100 yards on the day. Definitely good to see that. We'll move Alexander back in motion again, try and see if we can make this happen one more time. as that's going to be a good toss out, and Jones will not be able to break that tackle. Couple yard loss there. I'll bring him back to 85 yards on the day. Back to pass here. Going to launch this one. Let's see if he gets it. Not quite. Safety with a good play there. He said no. Earl with the breakup there. Oh, Rogers could be open here if he breaks this one. Going to try the rollout. Play action. Going to fire this one over the middle and not quite as Earl tried to get his hands on it. Roy Williams unable to actually get that one. That's going to be an incompletion. Now Hansen with a chance to redeem himself will kick this field goal. And this should be a decent kick here. Hansen will kick this one. It will have the distance. Just barely the inside of the upright. 24-6 the score now, with just over 2 minutes to go in the game, as the Lions are playing decent football right now, making enough plays to be able to get a comfortable lead and able to actually make some things happen. Hansen now 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a 45-yarder under his belt. I have definitely got to get back into this. I have to run some practice games or something, as Goodman will make a good wrap-up tackle there. 28-yard line. As we look at the possessions today, interception. They ran out of time, punted twice, and then they got stopped on 4th down a couple times in this. It's been a rough game for the Texans. They come out with a win in week 1, and now week 2 they're having a lot of trouble here. So 1st and 10 on the 28. They have got a long way to go, as this will be back to pass. And Carr barely got out of trouble there, but that's going to be an interception, as Holt back there to make the interception. That is the 3rd interception of the game for Carr, as there were 5 Lions over there. Why would you throw that? So Joey Harrington able to lead his team to victory yet again in this one. Had a lot of help from his 2 receivers, Charles Rogers and Roy Williams, as both these guys able to make some plays. So that's going to be it. Lions are going to come out victorious again in week 2, 24-6 over the Texans. We were hoping it was going to be an easier game, and it turned out to be a pretty good one for us. So definitely going to be looking forward to next week to see if we can continue this momentum as we jog off the field. Really fun game today. As we get to the post-game show, we'll check out the last stats and everything, as well as the Lions in the day with 380 yards total, while the Texans limited to 186 yards. They did have 162 yards passing at the late in the day, but the Lions held the ball twice as long as the Texans did. So Texans really had no shot in this one, while Harrington's going to end the day with 239 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Definitely was a fun day for the Lions today. They made a lot of things happen. Williams and Rogers are going to end the day with over 100 yards receiving. They are the only players in the game that had over 100 yards. As you can see, a lot of the tackles, Sharper and Wong definitely had a lot of tackles, 8 and 7 tackles apiece. A number of sacks going around for a number of players in this one. It was a fun game today as we check out the player of the game, and it's going to be the quarterback, Joey Harrington, as he had a stellar performance today, was able to make a lot of things happen. He got 1 interception against him, but he was able to get 2 touchdowns, 12 for 20, 239 yards on the day. So it was definitely fun seeing him make things happen. As we check out the final stats, you can definitely see 380 yards against you is definitely going to be bad, as you can definitely say it was a pretty tough game here. Uh, the Lions were 5 for 12 on third down. Texans were 2 for 9, so it did not help out a lot there. And then fourth down, they just could not get it to work. Couple of big things there. The turnovers were the big problem here for the Texans. They had 3 turnovers against him. Lions had 1 with that wayward interception that I threw. But David Carr, a very sad rating, 22.5 on the rating scale. He only completed a third of his passes. 11 for 33 on the day, 162 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. He was sacked a couple of times as well. Harrington got sacked 3 times, but a much better day for him. 114.4 rating, 12 for 20 on the day for 60% completion, and the longest being that 58-yarder that he bombed as well. If we take a look, Kevin Jones was carrying the football a lot today, just shy of 100 yards with 96. Davis had 10 carries for 24. Bryson had 5 carries for 22 yards. Joey Harrington, the only guy that had a rushing touchdown, he was 5 for 18 on the day with a score, and Nicholas with a carry for 5 yards. So definitely good seeing him make some plays there. As we got, excuse me, I am hitting all the wrong buttons right now. We check out the receiving. Charles Rogers, most receptions in the day with 6 for 123 yards and a touchdown. Roy Williams also with a touchdown, 5 receptions at 108 yards. Gaffney, 4 for 77. Johnson had 3 catches on the day for 42. He was targeted 14 times, but he could only come up with 3 catches, as a lot of them were also out of bounds as well. Bradford with a couple of catches for 32. And then Davis, Miller, and Alexander each with a catch as well in this one, as Bruner, Dugans, and Moss were targeted but could not receive one today. Defensively, as we check it out, Sharper had the most tackles in the game. Wong with 1 less than him, 8 and 7 respectively. Payne, Wong also with a sack. Payne and Walker with 5 tackles, as Earl and Foreman each had 4. Then Glenn, Babin, Bryant, Goodman, and Coleman each with tackles as well, while Babin had a sack in this one. You also look, Coleman with 2, Robinson 2, Smith 2, Caldwell 2, Manuel 2, Bly with 2, as Smith had a sack in this game, and then Wilkinson also with a sack out of 2 tackles, as Marion and Bailey also had 2 tackles. Wright, Davis, Wells, Peake, Johnson, Gaffney, and then Cash, Sidney, Porcher, Rogers, Woody, Holmes, as well as Lehman, Curry, and Walker each with a tackle. Holmes' only tackle was a sack, though, on the day. On the day for field goals, Brown did not attempt a field goal in this one. Hansen, however, attempted a 50-plus yarder, could not hit it. But we did hit the 45-yarder, so that definitely was good there. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you think of it, especially with the edits. The edits are taking a lot longer than first anticipated, but I appreciate you watching if you do. I hope the rest of your day goes well, and hope you return for more. May God bless you. Take care.